Care. Yesterday, while everybody's mind was on the election, and today too, of course, I had an interesting experience. I took a friend of mine who retired a few years ago to vote. And the reason I was taking him to vote was because right after he retired, he had a heart attack, and the next day he had a stroke. And now he's nearly blind. So I had to help him, drive him, walk through everything for him, mark things for him. Of course, it required me to be very honest, but I was. Anyway, it got me to thinking about how a few years ago when I was still working full time, I used to spend a lot of my spare moments dreaming about my bucket list, all the places I wanted to travel in the world. It was a very, very long list. It got me through a lot of dull meetings and stressful days. But I realized that, like my friend, I don't actually know how much time I have. So he had all these great plans for what he was going to do when he retired, and now he can't do anything. He can barely walk. It's quite tragic. For me, presumably, I'm healthy and I will have more time, but I still have a limited amount of time. I can't do everything on my bucket list, so I've started to prioritize it to decide what's really truly important to me. And I thought, just for fun, because this is something I ask my coaching clients, what is it that's on your bucket list that's the most important thing on your bucket list? And how long has it been on that list without your getting to it? Is it something that you're saying, oh yeah, I'm going to do this when I retire, like my friend, or I'm going to do this in 5 years, or someday I'll do it. Someday is a very vicious word sometimes, right? So I'm challenging all my friends to say in the comments below what it is that's the most important thing you have on your bucket list. Now, it might be something personal, like you need to go visit your parents, or you need to tell someone you're sorry that's been sitting on your heart for a long time. Or maybe it's just something adventurous, something about living your life fully. For instance, on my bucket list, the top item is to go to Patagonia, to go hiking. And I've talked to a couple of high school buddies, and I put a date to it, and now I can make a plan for making that happen. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down in the comments what's the biggest, most important, most exciting, or most meaningful thing on your bucket list, and when are you going to do it? It can just be a date. And if you don't know when you're going to do it, if it's someday, go ahead and write someday. Now, if you're having trouble figuring out what's most important or what's even on your bucket list, sometimes we're so busy we can't even think of what's on that, hit me up with a DM and we'll chat about it and see if we can't get a little clarity around it and figure out maybe a way to baby step your way toward making that particular dream, wish, want happen while there's still time. Thanks.